What's good, YouTube family? Alex Moore here, back again with another video. Thank you as always for tuning into the channel. And I got a very special video for y'all today. But before I get into the video, make sure you guys do follow me on Instagram at @RealAlexMoore_. That is the best place for y'all to catch me when I'm not posting on here. Today we're gonna be talking about transformation. Transformation, I think, is something that a lot of us struggle with. I've been somebody who's personally tried to transform his life for a long time and somehow always failed. I didn't try to transform my physique. Basically for the past 10 years haven't failed. I've tried to transform my finances, seem to fail that every time I've tried. Transform my mindset. I've been someone who struggled with limited beliefs. I try to have abundance, try to think with a growth mindset. Somehow always get stuck coming back down to reality and get those limited beliefs and unconfidence right back. Today I'm gonna share with you guys the 4 steps that I'm using to overcome all of those trials and errors that I've gone through over the years and finally make that transformation I wanted. If y'all are like me, we on the road to being 1%ers. We on the road to changing our lives. We on the road to inspiring the world, but it all starts with us. We gotta make that transformation first before we can impact the world. The first pillar to making that transformation that we want in our life is patience. Patience, patience, patience. How many people do you know that say having patience is their strong suit? I don't know too many people. I know millions of people who say they're extremely impatient. Impatient whether they're driving their car, impatient with getting the results that they want in the gym, impatient with building that YouTube channel. Think about how many people who actually are good with patience. I ain't gonna lie, I think that I'm someone who's somewhat decent with patience, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably not cooking with patience like that. But what I've realized in 2025 is in order to become the man that you want to be, it starts with having the patience. Now it starts with the patience because a lot of us want to skip steps. A lot of us want to go from point A to point Z, but we ain't gone through the whole alphabet and had the trials and tribulations to get to Z just yet. We want to skip and just get right to the end of the video game. We just feel like we can enter in some cheat codes into life like it's GTA, and all of a sudden we just gonna get the results and we just gonna be that 1% man. We gonna have the bread, we gonna have the physique, we gonna have the mental toughness, we just gonna have everything that we want just by skipping steps. No, 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 no. The definition for patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. So that means if the YouTube video flops, don't get upset, just push through. That means if you're not pushing 225 in the gym just yet on bench press, push through. The girl that you just shot your shot with on IG rejected you for the 5th time, push through. And when I say push through, I don't mean DM her again, bro. Don't be thirsty. There's too many baddies for you to be stuck on her. But push through, bro. I think myself and what a lot of people have gotten stuck on in the past is whenever we get hit with that first wave of adversity, we tend to fold, bro. We get so caught up in wanting those results instantly that we don't understand that the L's come with the process. It took LeBron, what, 9 years to get his first ring? It took Jordan, what, 6 years to get his first ring? It took Alex Moore, what, 8 years to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube? Bro, 8 years is crazy. Now, I hope it don't take me 8 years to get to 100K, but we gonna practice patience along the way regardless. So ask yourself this, what are you struggling with practicing patience in? I decided to be a mortgage broker. I had heard so many good things about this. I had heard people making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. My mentor who got me into the business making over $400,000 a year. And I said, bet, this is my key. This is my chance to finally make it out of my situation. I don't gotta live paycheck to paycheck anymore. I can leave my job. I can show everybody you don't need a college degree to be successful. I can show them I made it. I'm really like that. Well, I got news for y'all. That wasn't the case at all. In fact, the opposite happened. I went into this thinking that I was gonna make 10 bands within my first 90 days. Bro, the first month came. I'm sitting here connecting with realtors, sending out messages on LinkedIn to people, trying to connect, no response. I say, okay, I need to go ahead and level up. Month 2, I need to start doing cold calls. Cold calling as many people as I can, no response. Month 3, okay, I really need to take things up another level. I need to not only cold call, I need to not only cold email, but I need to be going to open houses all the time as well, get my name out there. Still no response. Month 6, when is things gonna work? When is my financial situation gonna turn around? When am I gonna be able to take my girl out on a date? When am I gonna be able to just have a little bit of money in my bank account just to build my savings back up? When am I gonna be able to take my mom out and just spoil her? When is these things gonna happen? And it didn't happen, bro. It took me 9 months to finally see some type of action. That wouldn't have happened if I didn't stay patient. That wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have kept going to those open houses. It still happened. And all that came just from practicing patience and showing up every single day, even when I didn't feel like it, and even when the results didn't come just yet. You must be willing to go through the rejection. You must be able to go through nothing changing in your life. You must be able to go through things staying the same and people looking at you like, when you gonna close a deal? You have to be able to endure all those days of rejection when nothing is going right and persevere, bro. Now, one of the best things you can do to help practice patience, no matter what field you're in, is reading. Now, there's a specific book I'm reading right now. It's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, y'all have probably heard of it before. Think and Grow Rich talks a lot about having an absolute desire, a definite purpose for whatever it is that you want, and being able to overcome those failed experiences, being able to overcome those losses, having the patience that it doesn't matter how many times you get told no, you're gonna push through until you get told yes. That's the only way success is gonna happen in this world. Not only can you read books, but go ahead and go within. Look at the Bible. Look at what God is teaching you. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. The fruits of your labor that you're doing in January, February, and March, you're not going to see those results in April, May, June. You might not even see those results in July, August, September. But what about October? Could October be your month? Could that be the month you finally start to see traction in your business? Can that be the month that the YouTube finally starts to take off? But that's because you did the work in those months before, bro. And all that comes with patience. The second pillar I want to discuss when it comes to finally making that transformation, finally creating that new life that you want, is belief. I think that's something a lot of us say we have. I don't think we've been believing like that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think a lot of us believe that we can achieve what we want in life the same way we believe in God. But why is that? Why can't we have that same belief? The definition for belief is a state or habit of mind in which trust or confidence is placed in some person or thing. So let me ask you this. What are you choosing to believe in? Are you believing that you can do it, or are you constantly telling yourself you're not capable? Are you constantly telling yourself that it's impossible? See, I had this grand desire. Let me move back with moms, stack up my bread, and get a house so I can actually be stable for once in my life, so that in my 30s I can live how I want to live. While that plan sounded great in the beginning, there was a lot of hurdles along the way. After about 6 months of me saving up bread, I was struggling to find cribs to move into. All of these homes were way too expensive and out of my budget for what I could afford, and I kept telling my mom, I don't know if this can happen. I might have to stay here for another year. And my mom kept telling me, son, believe that it's gonna happen. Son, believe that God is gonna make a way. Son, keep doing what you're doing. Keep saving money. Keep doing your research on these homes that you want to move into. You gonna find a way to make that happen. I said, okay, Mom, you right. Let me just keep listening to you. I end up finding a crib that I want. I finally get pre-approved for the crib. 3 weeks after getting pre-approved for the crib, I lose my job. Yo, how am I supposed to move into this crib? The house hadn't started being built yet. I had about 6 months before it was time for me to move in. What am I gonna do? I tell my mama again, Mom, should I quit? Is this a wrap? Maybe I'm just not supposed to be moving right now. My mom says no. Look for other jobs. I believe you could find a way. My pops actually didn't really believe like that. My pops was on the other side. He was saying, son, you know, it's too risky. You shouldn't do that right now. You know, maybe just wait until you can find a new job and you're gonna start the process again. I didn't listen though. I said, okay, Mom, let me just believe. Let me listen to what you're saying. A month passes. I don't get a job. No interviews. 2 months pass. Still no interviews. I'm getting worried. I'm getting anxious. 3 months pass. I finally get an interview, y'all. I finally get this interview. Didn't even make it past the first phase with the recruiter. You mean to tell me I've been applying day after day after day after day? I finally get an interview. This job is gonna pay me decent bread. I'm gonna be cool. You mean to tell me I can't get past the first interview? I wanted to quit again. My mama said, no, keep going, son. I believe that this is gonna work out. God is telling me this is gonna work out. I say, okay, Mom, let me keep pushing. Another month passes. We in June now. Finally get hit with an interview. 20 minutes pass, I get offered a job. Not only did I get offered the job ended up paying me $20,000 more than my previous job that I was making did. And none of that would have happened if my mom didn't believe. If she didn't believe in me and believe that it was gonna happen, I wouldn't have believed in myself and believed in her that it was gonna happen. So I wanna ask yourself, going back to transformation, what are you choosing to believe in? Are you actually believing in the fact that you can make that switch happen? Are you believing in the fact that you could break the generational curses within your family? Are you believing in the fact that you can be the best father in the world, the best husband in the world, the best basketball player in the world, the best YouTuber in the world? Whatever the case may be, what do you believe, bro? I want you to ask yourself that tonight. Write it down if you have to. What am I choosing to believe in? How will this change my life? Once you get that belief, once you know it's out there, once you know you can be that person, bro, the rest is gonna fall in your lap. The third pillar to transforming your life is action. Action, action, action. I think this is what gets us most in trouble, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of us don't take action on things. The definition of action is the fact or process of doing something, typically to achieve an aim. Now, y'all might be somebody taking action. You might be able to look at me and say, Alex, I am taking action. What you talking about? I'm doing better than Henry down the street who's just sitting on the couch watching TV all day, eating popcorn, watching Pop the Balloon. I'm doing better than Jeremy down the street who's still smoking weed and getting high all day. Like, I'm doing better than him. You might be taking action, but you're not taking enough action, bro. Oh, I'm on self-improvement. Oh, I'm doing something with my life. Oh, I'm on NoFap. It's not enough. Take it from somebody who's on the journey right now and is actually seeing what it takes to get there. It's not enough, bro. You posting one YouTube video a week, it's not enough. You going to the gym 3 times a week, it's not enough. You being good on your diet 3 out of 7 days, it's not good enough. You're not taking action the way you think you are. I'm trying to tell you. What I've had to realize is majority of the world is all talk. We just like the way it feels to say, oh, I'm locked in. Oh, it's my time. Oh, I'm grinding. Oh, Boys winter arc, whatever the case may be, bro, we're not really working that hard. I'm telling you guys, if you go look at the people really working hard, if you look at the Grant Cardones of the world, if you look at a LeBron or a Steph Curry or these people who are actually putting in the work every single day, ask yourself, am I putting in the same amount of work in my field that LeBron is putting in his field? The way he takes care of his body, the way he shows up to the gym, the way he gets his rest, the way he prepares for the game, am I locked into that point? Chances are, bro, you probably not. And I'm not gonna act like I'm at that point just yet, but I'm at least on my way. But this is something that stopped me from years. I was somebody who just took the minimal amount of action possible. I created a YouTube video. I might be locked in for a week, but then 3 weeks pass before I post another video. I said I wanted to launch a clothing website. I went ahead and created the website and didn't do anything with the website after that, but felt good because I at least created a website. Or I felt good saying, yo, I'm gonna take care of my mom one day. Yo, I'm gonna take care of my dad one day. Yo, I'm gonna spoil my girl and get her whatever she wants one day. But I never did anything other than just saying I'm gonna do it one day. I wanna talk about something in the 10X rule by Grant Cardone that really displays what taking action really looks like and where a majority of the people fall in the world. The first degree of action, do nothing. Do nothing equals failure. Why are you a failure? Because you didn't even start. You just, camera overheated, my fault y'all, but we thuggin', we gonna push through. Now where was I? Second degree of action is retreating. Let's say you do start that YouTube channel. Let's say you do start that clothing brand. Let's say you do go ahead and shoot your shot at that girl. Let's say you go ahead and try to lock in and do something that you didn't do before. But as soon as you hit with a little bit of resistance, you fold, bro. You end up going back the other way as soon as you get that one L and you don't ever try again. That's something that I've been stuck in for a long time. I'm sure y'all probably have been stuck in for a long time as well, but you can't do that. The third degree, take normal amounts of action. Now, if you in your 30s or even your 20s and you look around and you see your friends, your homeboys, people who have enough money just to go ahead and go out on the weekend and celebrate, drink, or go to the club or do whatever, but you know they really ain't where they want to be, but they at least not down bad at the bottom, that's the normal action taker. They really not getting ahead. They really still stuck in the rat race with everybody else. And this is where a lot of people tend to get stuck. It's just being normal. No! We're gonna take as much massive action as we possibly can because this is where most successful people live. These people are out there putting in work day in and day out, regardless of the results. When they win, when they lose, they're still taking massive action. These salesmen, these CEOs, you think Mr. Beast is chilling, bro? Nah, he's doubling down and working even harder on his craft and what he wants to do. So if Mr. Beast is still working hard, if LeBron is still working hard, if Mark Cuban is still working hard, who are you to sit there and chill, bro? We ain't even nowhere close to where these guys are at, but we want to sit there and relax. We want to sit there and watch Love Island. Like, come on, dog, get it together, bro. We not doing that. Massive success takes massive action. Don't sleep on locking in and 10X in what you're trying to do. We can do it, bro. Like, let's stay locked in. We got 6 months. Let's finish this year strong. You've practiced the patience. You've had the belief. You've taken action. What is this final step? I know this has to be so big, Alex. This has to be a grand finale. What is it? Repetition, bro. Do it again. Simple as that. The act or instance of repeating or being recreated. Going back to Jordan, my man's three-peated twice. How did he three-peat? How did Kobe go back to back? How did Steph Curry win 4 chips? It's because they had the repetition, bro. They just did the same things every single day. Where a lot of us go wrong is it's boring. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Repeating the same thing over and over again is mad repetitive. Making videos when they're not blowing up gets old fast. Going to the gym every single day when you don't see the results just yet, it gets old fast. But this is the biggest reason why we get stuck in hypnotic rhythm, because we get bored, because we want that dopamine hit, because we can't take time enough to just enjoy the process. Like I said earlier, you're not gonna get from point A to point Z overnight. You have to level up like it's a video game. You have to level up, bro. It's my career. It's my player. Start out as 60 overall. No badges. What do I gotta do? I gotta hit the gym. Can't just hit the gym one time. I gotta hit the gym every single day. I gotta work on my shooting. I gotta work on my defense. I gotta go to the park and ball against people better than me. That's the only way I'm gonna get my rank up. Bro, it's the same thing in real life, man. Why do we keep taking the easy way out? Why do we think that we can do something on Monday and then on Thursday we stop? It don't work like that, bro. Stop doing that. What I've had to learn through practicing all these things myself is that's the only way to grow. This is the growth. This is the transformation. How do you know that it's working? How do you know that you are actually transforming your life? Are you doing it every day? Because if you are, it's working, bro. If you're doing it, you're transforming your life in real time. You just don't see it just yet, but you're doing it. Your transformation is already there, bro. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. It is Alex Moore. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.